Hi everyone and welcome to Dardashat Cafe. Today we decided to talk about a TV series called This Is Us. I know a lot of you have watched the series, but there are so many others who haven't watched it because it doesn't have a lot of publicity as the Game of Thrones. Before we move on, let's hit the subscribe channel, share the video, and hit the like button. So why are we talking about This Is Us? When we were kids, we were watching those family TV series or shows, or even cartoon series about the perfect family. The mother is perfect, she's flawless, the father has no weaknesses, and kind of like it annoyed that a bit, like how can I have this the same family that they do in those TV series? We forget that parents are eventually human beings. They cannot be flawless in any way. This Is Us is a portrayal of a perfect family, but in a realistic way. One thing that I have to draw your attention to before we move on, there's a spoiler alert. So we need to turn off this video if you don't want any spoilers. Watch at least the two first episodes and then you can get back to us. So right now, are you ready? Spoiler alert. Okay? Yeah, let's continue. This TV series is consisted of 6 seasons produced by NBC, and each season is consisted of 16 to 18 episodes, and each episode is about 40 minutes long. The TV series talks about Jack and Rebecca, who are trying to raise their kids, Randall, Kevin, and Katie, in the perfect possible way. Although they're trying their best and they're considered to be good parents, we find out that each character or each kid has his own issues. For example, alcoholism, for example, panic attacks, obesity. It's kind of shows us how good you are. It doesn't matter, because your kid is going to have something in the future. But what is important for all the family members is to have those strong relationships, those strong connections, to be connected to each other, to be open towards each other, to kind of overcome those issues one by one through love and affection and solidarity. The TV series goes through different times of their lives. For example, before Rebecca and Jack met, before they had their kids, when they got married, for example, when their kids were kids, when they were teenagers, and then later they became adults and had their own lives and their own families. So it shows us the struggle and the development of those characters throughout those TV series. Additionally, there are other characters such as Toby, Beth, and other characters who are like the spouses of the kids later on when they become adults. And we also go through different times of their lives, which is not very possible in movies. Of course, movies go in depth into one character only. But this TV series goes into depth into the characters, all the characters, the 5 main characters, in addition to the secondary characters who accompany them throughout their lives. So this allows us to go through different times of their lives and to witness the developments in a very deep way. This is considered to be a perfect family, but in a realistic way, and kind of it sets our expectations toward ourselves as parents towards our kids. Our kids can have more realistic expectations. So we need to bear in mind that we are not superheroes. We're eventually human beings. We have our own vulnerabilities, but those vulnerabilities that can be handled if you have the strong family connections and love, which is the thing that holds the family together and makes them perfect. Another thing that I have to mention about this TV series is that the script writing is amazing. Anyone who would like to go deep into script writing for TV series, he should watch that TV series. And to see those different times of their lives, how they overlap each other, how they're connected in some way. And what is amazing thing about it, you see the present timeline and you see the past timeline, but you want to go on with this TV series because you want to know what happened in the past timeline, although you already know what happened. Another thing that I have to mention about this TV series is the amazing cast. Most of the stars, I'm not really familiar with them except for Mandy Moore. Mandy Moore, as we know, she's a singer, and she starred in some popcorn movies that didn't give her the chance to show her acting skills. But I think that in this TV series, that was the most serious role that she's ever taken, and she did a great job. And I have to mention also about the original soundtrack. It's full of amazing songs, so you can find them on Apple Music or Spotify. This TV series is amazing. I really enjoyed every bit of it, although I don't really like TV series because it's a long commitment, but this one was an exception for me. I kind of like felt annoyed when it ended because I just wanted to go on with them because kind of like they became part of my life and so on for 6 seasons. Some people may ask me if I can watch this TV series with my kids. Unfortunately, I wouldn't recommend it because it's rated as 16 plus, and some people even think that it should be 18 plus because of the language, the drug addiction issues, also alcoholism, and also self-harm. So I would recommend not to watch it with your kids, but with your adult kids, yeah. I would highly recommend to watch this TV series. It's a deep psychological analysis. I saw some videos of people saying that they felt annoyed at some characters, that they went too far, they didn't deserve other characters. No, I think like this is like a very deep psychological analysis of the characters and very normal reaction. And this is something that we have to see in our everyday lives to have a better understanding. Like, for example, obesity. I don't think Hollywood has covered it in a very accurate way. For example, self-harm and so on. Having like good parents doesn't mean necessarily that you're gonna be a good son. So I think like you should watch this TV series and let me know what you think. If you have already watched it, what is your favorite character? What do you think about it in general? Let me know in the comments.